So I've been selling for over 4.5 years. I've done over 1.4, 1.5 million, something like that in both my stores combined. I sell in the UK and the USA. I think I've got enough experience to talk about what I would do if I was starting again from scratch. Let's dive straight into the video. So, as I say, my name's Hayden, been selling for many years now, and there's a few things that in any industry you learn after doing them for a long enough time, and that's exactly what I'm going to share with you right now. I haven't got any bullshit courses to sell you or anything like that. I'm just going to tell you as it is, straight to the point, the raw and honest truth. And I wish I saw this video when I was starting out. There's many different strategies you can do on Amazon, okay, especially in 2024. And there's things like unique bundles that have been introduced in the last few years. And there's actually new ways of selling that are always being introduced into the Amazon selling space. Now, when you're starting out, it can be really overwhelming and conflicting when you're searching on videos, looking at YouTube videos like this one or like other people, and they all have their own views on what strategy is best. Do you want to do retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, wholesale, brand deals, bundles, unique bundles, private label? There's so many different options, and every single internet personality is trying to sell you into their way. So I think if I was starting again, rather than jumping into anything that I saw, I jumped into online arbitrage because I knew someone else that was doing it. And was that the best model for me? Maybe, maybe not. I think the first thing I would do if I was starting again today from scratch is not get sucked into any guru or any influencer that's trying to sell you into their way, because their way may not be your way. It may not be the best way for you to make money. The number one thing you've got to understand, the number one thing you've got to realize is that every strategy requires a different skill set, and people don't seem to talk about this. If you want to do private label, if you want to do unique bundles, for example, then you can do your own research if you're not sure what they are, by the way, then they would require a certain level of creativity and adaptability. And that means that if you want to get into them, you need to be slightly creative, or you need to hire someone that is slightly creative to then go and pursue their models. Now, not in all cases. There's certain ways you can do bundles, for example, where you don't have to be that creative, but for the most part, you need some level of creativity and adaptability. So with other models, let's say wholesale, you need to be systems and processes orientated. You need to understand that it's not going to come easy. You can list thousands of products literally overnight and start selling on them listings from doing things like wholesale, even like high level online arbitrage, where you're doing a similar thing, where you're listing on loads of different products and you can sell loads of products overnight. So you can scale faster doing that in terms of revenue, but your profit is going to be minimal. That means that you need to have the advantage of scale on your side if you're going to do wholesale, if you're going to do arbitrage in most marketplaces, because the margins will be low and you need to invest a lot of money. You need to be comfortable with a low margin, and you need to be able to scale that business with the right systems and operations. And some people, I'll be honest, I'm probably one of them, it's not how my mind works. My skill set is more of the creative side. It's not so much the granular systems and operations to make sure my business is running 100% smoothly when it's doing like $1 million a month or whatever. And look, I'm not interested in a wholesale business unless it's doing some crazy numbers like that, really, because, profit is minimal. So what I'm saying here is that all strategies, all strategies within Amazon have pros and they have cons, but more importantly, they will meet your skill set depending on which one you pick. So if I was starting again, for me personally, and sometimes I've done videos similar to this before, and sometimes my opinion changes because the more that I grow, the more my businesses grow, the more I learn about myself, I would do some sort of hybrid model like I do now, but from the start. So if I was going into it again, what I would do is a mix of arbitrage and wholesale, just so that I can build my confidence, maybe even retail arbitrage as well, just so that I can build my confidence, mix it all in. Even if my margins aren't great, at least I'm building up not just my money, a little bit of profit, but I'm building my confidence up in Seller Central. I'm building my confidence up in getting them first few sales in the door. Once I'd started to master the Seller Central, refunds, reimbursements, everything like that, wholesale, arbitrage, once I made a bit of money, once I'd start getting a few sales and realize, oh, hold on a minute, this business actually works. At that stage, I would then do private label, or I would do bundles, unique bundles, and start mixing in much higher profit, slower selling items, but higher profit, and start to gradually bring that profit upwards. At a later date, I would then start bringing out my own brands that I'm actually more passionate about, and then look for a long-term exit. If I was starting again, I would do that, but I would do that's similar to what I kind of do now, apart from the exit part. But it took me too long to get here. And that's why I wanted to do this video. You need to come into it with the mindset that the first year is for learning, the second year is for earning. The first year, I'm not saying you won't earn anything, but you need to just get your head down. Get your head down, really crack on, get loads of listings done, start integrating with your own bundles, your own private label, whatever you're going to do. If you're more creative, this is what I would do. And then at that point, you want to then start bringing up your margins, start bringing up your profits, slowly trickling it up, but launching loads of listings. Go aggressive if you can do it. You know, I'm not telling you to risk loads of money here, but if you can do it, test small, but launch loads of listings so that it minimizes your risk, spreads it out. And then once you've got good cash flow, you've got good profit, then decide, where's this going? Are you going to build a big brand? Are you going to keep doing bundles and get them massive? Are you going to keep doing wholesale and get that massive and get your own warehouse? But you just need that stability of the layers of profit, the layers of margin, the margin mixing, different strategies. And then at that stage, you can decide, because the world's your oyster, because you've got a good cash flowing business and everything like that. Guys, I hope that video's helped someone. I wish I saw that video when I was starting out. If you've got any comments, or you want to see any of the resources that I use for selling on Amazon, then yeah, I'll put them in the comment below. So guys, I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe. See you soon.